So Marcus Luttrell, he wound up, he was the only SEAL team guy that lived through like this ambush in a real bad part of Afghanistan.
Yeah.
A dude named Gul, an Afghan dude, took him in, and Afghans, like Pashtun Afghans, have what's called Pashtunwali. It's a cultural thing. It's hospitality, like Muslim hospitality times like 10.
Yeah.
And so he basically told all the Taliban guys that wanted to take him prisoner, like, F off. He was his guy, you know? And then he brought him back to the Americans. Now, this is where the story gets interesting for me, was as I was like coming back from Afghanistan, one of the guys that was up near the area where Marcus Luttrell was, because I wasn't up there, but who was in my brigade, was like, oh yeah, one of the things we noticed when we ran like all the chemical signatures on the IEDs that were going off is they were a specific brand of TNT that was our TNT, like i.e. American TNT.
Yeah.
Turns out the Americans were so grateful, the Navy were so grateful that Gul had sheltered Marcus Luttrell. They asked him what he wanted. And what he wanted was to do a development project and build a road through the mountains, you know, and da-da-da-da-da. And for that, he would need large quantities of explosives, which the Americans were happy to give him. And though he was happy to shelter Marcus Luttrell, he was also happy to sell the TNT to the same Taliban guys at like probably a pretty good markup because you got to feed your kids, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then he wasn't able to come over for the premiere of Lone Survivor, the Mark Wahlberg film, because he's on a CIA blacklist. So he can't ever get a visa.